Sound. Amazing. And that means we have a stream. So welcome to the Action Sturge. Tonight we have an amazing game. We've got some Dungeon World, which we're returning to after almost a month and a half, I think. So this is going to be episode 16. I expect some crazy shit to be happening. It's been building up for a minute, so this I'm expecting some shit to go down in this. If it doesn't, that's just how it goes. But but you guys have built your tower of cards. So yeah. So before we get started, we do this every Wednesday. Come, make sure to check us out. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Wednesday. We'll be playing Dungeon World. We'll be playing. We have a Blades in the Dark game going on. Each of those once a month, and then every other week we do a dungeon crawler where we have points to redeem. We have points that are given to viewers, and you can redeem those points for cool stuff to happen in the game. Usually pretty wacky stuff, and it's a good time. So come check that out. And we also have a community goal that people can contribute to within the next 23 days. If we can get up to 20,000 points donated to that, we will open the arena. We'll have a PvP session for one of our dungeon crawlers. And redemptions will still be available at that time. So I'm gonna throw in a couple things to alter the arena, and it's gonna be a pretty good time. So it'll be pretty wacky. All right, and of course, if you like dice, you should check out dndwow.com. They're super cool. They send us some dice sometimes to give away, which we gave away a set last week, and if you use our code theactionsturge, you can get 10% off of some shiny color-changing metal dice. So check them out. Use our code. Get a discount on some dice.
They change colors?
They change color, yeah.
Oh.
They do indeed.
And ooh, thank you, Plaster. And without further ado, why don't we go around? Everybody, tell us who you are, who your character is, and let's say the one thing that your character misses about home, wherever that may be. And so we'll let's start off with Harold today. Harold, this also counts as your XP. So.
Lovely. Well, let's just go with the super Swedish answer. Playing Harold Hellström, the barbarian, came back from the dead, and the thing he misses most from his homeland would probably be the surströmming, which is fermented fish, basically rotten fish, very salted. I don't think it will be popular in other countries. It's a delicacy over there. So.
Wait, what was the delicacy?
Surströmming.
Wait, what is that?
It's a fermented fish.
Ew. Ew, yeah, okay, gross.
Oh, it is. It lays in the ground in salt for like 6 months. Yeah, it's disgusting, but they love it. It's great. It's like jerky. Like really bad jerky.
Oh, also, thank you, Plastered, for currently on a 12-month streak. That's a whole year. Congratulations. You've been subscribed for a whole year. Thank you so much. One of our most ardent fans. Huh?
For that, Plastered, I'll send you a can of surströmming. It's okay.
Can we give away one on the stream?
It's fish jerky and it comes in a can? This is just getting better by the moment.
I think it's the second worst smelling dish in the world.
I believe it.
The Swedes and Finns love it for some reason. I hate it. If you eat it, you smell like it for 3 days. And that's not even a joke.
Oh, God.
Okay.
All right, Terry, tell us about Aziz and what Aziz misses from home.
I'm Terry from the Action Sturge, and I'm playing Aziz, the halfling druid. And I'm gonna say Aziz misses the laid back attitude of just roaming the plains. Since I've left, it's always been one emergency after another, and there's no time to just chill.
Yeah, there were simpler times, weren't there?
Yes, much simpler.
When the pressure was not on. But hey, just save the world, 2 or 3 times over, and you can get back to your lifestyle there.
Yeah, that's all it's gonna take.
All right, Fork Puff.
Hey everybody, I'm Fork Puff, also known as Maddie. I'm going to be playing Harrison the Bard, human bard, and I think something Harrison misses about his hometown is probably the fact that he didn't really have anybody, but his mentor made him feel really welcome. Melvin Spelvin, his wizarding mentor also made him feel very welcome when he was kind of a little street urchin and nobody would take him in. He took him under his wing.
Missing the old Melvin Spelvin. Well, who knows? Maybe he'll pop up one day. Plastered.
Plastered Dragon, also known as Brian, and I am playing Tyrion, the human zealot. I mean cleric. And he doesn't miss anything about home because he is on the path he was fated to take, and so he is exactly where he wants to be. Which should probably worry everybody.
And the Deacon.
Hello, I'm the Deacon Smith. I will be playing Rook, the halfling thief. And I just missed my Aunt Helga's cornbread.
The silence afterwards. Nobody's gonna ask about Aunt Helga's cornbread.
No one's going there.
No, we just all know how good it is, so it's like, yeah, of course.
The
And we're
next,
like,
the next
yeah.
It's
NPC
obvious.
that is in danger.
Aunt Helga, no. It's a Tony situation, but Aunt Helga's cornbread recipe.
Hey.
Hey,
All right.
Tony should have
Cool.
been a warlord, honestly.
Tony. Little do we know, Tony is the queen.
Oh shit.
Hey.
Hey.
What's up with all the pasta? So yeah. Okay, cool. So last time we had some tough discussions. Tyrion basically challenging the leader of his faith. Harrison having a close call, almost getting cannibalized, and by none other than Gaspard the cannibal himself. Rook angering a very, very scary horse, and stealing some stuff from Gaspard, and planting it on somebody, almost getting them killed as well. And if I remember correctly, I believe Aziz took a dagger for that fellow. Did you not?
Yes.
Were you the one who jumped in the way? So a lot of stuff happening, but it's all culminating to this. You guys are going to you're heading back to Hawthorne and Sanctuary very briefly, and then you will be teleporting back to the Temple of Janrik in order to try to reach some kind of peace with the orcs. And you have offered up this righteous flame blade that is an artifact of great renown. And what you discovered, the orcs are actually here after, and so you've offered that up in for terms of peace, and so you must go back and meet with them and solidify that. So currently you are flying over the Borderlands, and you guys have you can have a scene in the air if you like, where you're kind of gliding along, and you can have a conversation if you like, about anything you like, if you feel like there's a conversation that needs to happen. If not, we can just move right on to Sanctuary.
Well, I hate flying, so I'm just holding on for dear life.
I'm probably just like super chatty, like, you know, sitting sideways on the back because I don't care if I fall. I can turn to a bird. So being like super reckless on the back. Just like leaning over. Hey, look at that. You know.
Do you know what type of tree that is?
That is an Argonian spruce tree. Makes great tea.
It's good for the loins, I hear.
Ooh.
All right, so you guys are flying, and you will. Did you want to go to Sanctuary or Hawthorne? I couldn't remember.
Sanctuary. I have an appointment with a turtle.
Okay.
As one does.
Nobody else like says anything. Like God's like, which direction? And freaking he's, I have an appointment with a turtle.
And everyone's like, oh yeah, that's right. We do need to.
And I do think it takes you like what, a couple days maybe? It's less time, but I think it's still like a couple days. And
yeah, you said half the time. So
yeah,
like
each hex is a day.
3 days.
Yeah. So so by the time you get there, and you're soaring above the treetops, and you like circle down to land, and by the time you land, you can realize very, very quickly that something is wrong. Sanctuary has been deserted.
Okay. Time to investigate.
Yup. Time to do some perceiving. Go have a look around the campus and do a perception, maybe.
Okay. If you would like to, what is it? Discern realities.
Discern reality, yes.
Okay.
I would like to do that. Thank you for asking. Oh, 10. So I guess step one, what happened here recently?
What happened here recently? So just by looking around, you can kind of get the the sense that there was a hasty exit. A lot of like tents and like fires were left up and burning. A lot of possessions have been left behind. So you can assume that the whatever caused them to leave very quickly. And if you sort of examine the margins of the of Sanctuary, you can actually see these big humanoid footprints that are they're not giant, but they're definitely bigger than an ordinary man's. And you can see a decent number of them.
I think that also kind of answers what we should be on the lookout for, doesn't it? What do you think? Should we go for what's useful or valuable next?
Yes.
What here is useful or valuable to us?
So, so remember the temple? It was basically like there used to be like a rock sealing it, and then like I guess the sanctuary, right? That has been resealed. There seems to be the rock seems to have taken its mantle once again, covering sealing that that underground shrine.
Kind of a built-in defense mechanism against whatever was threatening.
Although you think that maybe whatever is valuable might actually be beyond the stone rather than the stone itself.
So we may want to try and get in here. And should we go what's not what it appears to be? Because that's always a good one.
Yeah, and as you are peering around, as you're looking around, you can see that this place is not as abandoned as it first seemed. As you look beyond the tree line at the edge of Sanctuary, you can see a pair of yellow cat-like eyes looking back at you for a brief moment, and then they are gone.
Mm. I, of course, point the yellow cat-like eyes out to everybody.
Yes, and of course, by the time you point them out, they are gone.
Pursue or investigate the stone? What do you think?
Well, I don't really want to investigate the stone while we have witnesses.
Fair. Into the woods. See if we can pick up some tracks.
Yeah.
Alright. I guess we go and take a look at the spot where I saw who or whatever that was there.
Yes, and as you do, you go out there. And by the time you get there, they're long gone. By the time you get there,
Yeah.
I think you probably don't even see any traces that anybody was there, leading you to believe that perhaps maybe you were just seeing things. Certainly no heavy footprints like the ones you saw that you could reasonably consider to be orc. So nothing like that.
Made it down here already? Guess they didn't get the memo.
Whatever was here, clearly light of foot. Possibly an animal.
Alrighty then. Well, I am going to go. I'm gonna go into dog or hyena form and scout the perimeter.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to dog.
Roll to dog. There we go.
At least you get one hold, right?
Well, actually, I get an extra D4.
Oh, an extra D4?
Yeah, for my move. Embracing no form. Advanced move.
Is it an extra D4 hold, or is it
It's an extra D4 hold.
Oh, okay, yeah. So even when you
So
fail,
it's
you fail.
still a complication.
Right, yeah. So, so I think the complication is going to come in the form of, as soon as you turn dog, your nose is going to pick up the smell, the stench of death.
Oh, great. There seem to be a source, or is it just permeating the air?
It's going to be coming from Hawthorne's direction.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do a pointer move as a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then start heading in the Hawthorne direction.
Okay.
These
So,
points I follow.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Rook, follow suit.
All right. So as you follow along, you can see along the trail are even before you get to Hawthorne, along the trail will be you'll start finding bodies. Some of them are regular townspeople. Some of them are of red sash soldiers. Their sashes made even redder by the stain of blood.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time you get to Hawthorne, what you see before you is just a just a horrible picture of broken, twisted bodies piled atop one another, and sort of in the center of town, each one defiled in some strange and brutal way. And there's a lot of people there. I don't think you see anybody that you recognize directly, but there's a lot of bodies there, and it looks, yeah, and that's what you'll see. That's what you'll see.
I am going to try and scout out any survivors. Can't do anything for the dead, so while I got a nose on, I'll spend a hold, see if I can find any survivors.
Okay.
How gruesome do the dead look? And no, I'm not planning on reanimating them.
Karen father.
They look like they did well. So they don't look like they were tortured. They just look like they were like hacked apart, like, you know, just with little care. And the way that they're piled, you kind of get the sense that that this pile of bodies was meant to be burned. Just because it looks as though there's been wood, like dry wood, collected, and there might even be some accelerant in the area as well. But it looks like this was interrupted for some reason. Aziz, you're going to be scouting through the town. You'll be smelling for any scent of life, and I think you will find none.
That's rough.
They were very thorough.
Would you like me to see if I can gather any information from the dead?
Might as well. Got nothing to go on.
I'm going to take a corpse that looks reasonably intact and kind of lay it on the ground as gently as I can, and I want to cast Speak with Dead.
Okay, go ahead and cast your spell.
All right. Ooh,
very nice.
The dice appear to be with me today.
well, now that you've said it.
Now I've jinxed it. But I got at least 2 moves out of it. So
Yeah.
Good so far. So
All
I
right.
get 3 questions, and it will answer the best of its knowledge in life and the knowledge it gained in death, whatever the heck that means.
Okay. You can ask 3 questions. I think too this will be someone you recognize. No one of great import, but I think this will be the guy who kind of took charge after who kind of took charge of the Crimson. God damn it! Is it the Crimson
Blades?
Blades? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So so this is the guy that. No, it's not Milton. It's the guy who took over for the Crimson Blades in this town. So you recognize him, the one you were kind of parlaying with before. But he is dead now. And so you're going to cast your spell on him. How does it look, by the way, when you cast this spell?
Gold energy comes out of my hands and suffuses his body, and his spirit superimposes the body and sits up to speak with me.
Okay. Oh wow, so it's kind of this like translucent kind of like spirit on the outside, while his like the bits of his body that still exist are kind of like filling in like.
Yep.
And he kind of looks, and like one of his eyeballs that's like not quite in his skull anymore is kind of like darting around, and he what do you want to ask him?
I apologize for disturbing your rest and for whatever it is that you experienced here, but my friends and I are here to understand and try to make right what we can after the fact. Can you tell us, please tell us, what happened here?
In sort of a detached way, he doesn't seem to be feeling any pain or anything. He just like, almost like a shell. But he says, they came in the night. We could not stop them. Even though there were only 20. The orcs.
What else do we want to ask here?
Does he know what interrupted them?
What made the orcs stop?
And he says, they were called by a crow, but not a crow like I've ever seen. And Aziz, that might spark a memory of when the shaman reached out to you with his bird.
Yeah.
It was a very strange looking bird. Maybe like part reptilian, part like had feathers on it, but it was like had scales on it as well.
And how long ago was this? Actually, they're not going to know that. That was dumb.
Would you like to ask another question?
Did anyone get away?
And he's going to look directly at you, and he's going to shake his head.
Rest easy, brother. We will take it from here. I put my hand on his head, and I released the spell.
And before you release the spell, he's going to grasp your hand. And this might startle you a little bit. He's going to grasp your hand, and he's going to look at you, and he says, "Don't go."
At this point, I run around Harold. I'm hiding behind him.
And then he will collapse.
Damn.
That was fucking weird.
Yes, they don't usually speak unprompted like that. That was weird.
So you can see why I'm not entirely trusting of these orcs. I'm just saying a crow, and your little shaman friend has a crow, and he would speak to me, and that's just plain rude, so...
The crow was calling them back.
Oh, calling them back. Oh, well, guess they're okay, I guess. I don't know. Seems like the damage has already been done.
Weren't the orcs supposed to withdraw after we made that deal?
And it is possible they were withdrawing. That's why we need to know when this happened. If they withdrew after the deal, but they had already been here, that's one thing.
Oh, come on, Aziz. You're telling me you can't sniff out how many days old this is as a hyena?
I can probably try.
Go for it. Come on. Come on, little doggy. You'll get a treat. And it's rotting meat.
There's plenty of that.
Yeah, I'm like I'm plugging my nose the whole time too. I'm just like, ugh.
You might just be openly retching.
Yeah, I'm like, ugh.
It's a far cry from your perfumed incenses and.
Yeah, I'm like,
wait.
snip.
I got a +1 on that, so it's actually a 7.
I'd say that you could probably just use a hold if you wanted.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do that. Ignore that roll.
It's like it never happened.
Ignore it. It never happened.
So yeah, so that's a hold, and I think you could probably approximate maybe about 4 days.
And how long ago was our meeting?
About 5 days.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know how long it takes a crow to get here, though.
So yeah, it could have taken them time to get here and call them off. So the timeline is plausible.
Hold on.
And-
Aren't they a lot deeper into the continent than what they said they were? Like a ton, like miles upon miles further ahead.
Well, yes, there is that.
Well, and it's been. I can't remember who explained. Oh, I think what's his face explained it. Prion. He said that they don't move in one large force. They normally move in small groups, small like raiding parties, essentially, and that's what makes them so unpredictable. Is because they just kind of they're decentralized for the most part. They kind of just go out and wreak havoc.
Well, this has really been lovely. If we could just find the turtle you need to talk to, I would really like to get out of this disgusting little city hole.
And then the mound of bodies moves up. No, I'm just kidding.
And the
Well,
turtle-
all you had to do was just ask.
I was napping under all these quotes.
Ow.
Did I? He wakes up. Did I? Who buried me under all these corpses? Are we gonna give all these guys a proper burial?
Well, they're already piled for burning.
Yeah, I suppose Tyrion wouldn't be opposed to that.
Oh, I can only imagine that it's going to smell 10 times greater than it already does.
Which is why
We'll
we
wait until
usually
we're
send
ready
them
to
out on a
leave.
boat before burning them.
Burning flesh.
Think of it
Reminds
as-
me of Aunt Helga's cornbread recipe.
That's just mean.
I'm sorry. I'm being spiteful. I don't like being around all this death. Especially when I know I can't help them anymore.
Yes, agreed.
We just hope they're in a better place.
Well, you would know, wouldn't you?
Well, everyone's afterlife is different.
No.
As far as I understood it. I wasn't taken to the place I was probably supposed to be, so...
True.
I'm concerned by the don't go. Does he mean to say don't go to the meeting with the orcs? To someplace else we're not meant to go?
Yeah, he should have probably elaborated before he went away, but that's okay,
shouldn't-
I guess.
He shouldn't have said anything at all.
Yeah, what a jerk. This guy.
Yeah,
I say we
like,
don't
did he
burn
mean,
him.
like-
By the magic of the enchantment, he's only allowed to answer the questions he's posed. So the fact that he was able to do that says it's a message from Jen from beyond.
Well,
Jen-
could you use it again on him?
Wait, come back.
Yeah, call him again. Yeah.
Just bring him back. It should be fine, right? Hey, could you finish your sentence where you left off, and then you can go?
What did you mean? Don't go.
I don't like this ominous, like, last meeting thing. Like, call him again.
Yeah, we don't do well with like big answers here. We need it spelled out for us.
That's the wonderful thing about about playing tabletops. You can do anything you want.
Yeah, call him right back up. Come on.
Yes, I mean, I could, but it's highly unconventional.
It's fine.
You ask a soul 3 questions, and then it's allowed its rest.
Then maybe we
Yeah.
can ask
Ask a different soul?
someone else. Yeah.
Someone else. Hey, that guy over there, he said don't go. Do you have any idea why he didn't want us to go?
I mean,
Or we-
unconventional. We've used the dead as meat shields. We're
Or
at war.
we could look for the turtle.
Let's think on this. The bodies are not going anywhere. I don't plan to burn them until we leave, so that Harrison does not have to be offended by the smell.
What? Back behind a tree again.
Sorry, Harrison.
So I'm gonna. Guess it's time to start looking for turtle tracks.
How big is this turtle? Are we
It's freaking huge.
It's huge.
It's a walking hill.
You've written on it.
We've all ridden on it, and
It's
the
the
giant.
big turtle from the arena.
Oh, it's our friend turtle. Okay.
Yeah, that turtle. Opposed
Hmm.
to any of the other larger turtles we've encountered in our
If I was a giant turtle, I would try to hide and blend in as a mountain itself.
Great. Let's just search all the mountains then.
Yes, of course. You get
Start
that one,
knocking
and
on
I'll
them.
get this
Hello,
one.
are you a turtle?
Yeah, knock, knock, knock. Hello, turtle.
What do turtles say? We can just call to them in their native language.
Why isn't it working? Maybe it needs a little bit of music. I strum my lute.
Ugh.
Needless to say, your efforts go unrewarded.
Oh,
You're
really,
sure that was gonna work?
Your turtle
really
calls.
needed to practice my turtle, my turtle talk.
Aziz, how do we track this sacred beast?
Well, I imagine it's got to leave some pretty massive tracks.
You would think so, especially you would think so. However, much to your disappointment, Tyrion, you gave the sanctuary a pretty thorough investigation, and the only tracks you saw looked to be those of orcs.
Right, so we got no turtle, we got no one to speak to. We got a message from beyond, just don't go.
Yes, we're back to the stone temple then.
Yeah, I wonder if they all went into the sanctuary. Or the temple at sanctuary. I mean, there's no bodies, but there's also no tracks.
Sorry,
Hey, wait.
Belly
I
Bonds comment.
I was just realizing I want to try something. I have pizza.
And then the little steam lines off the little scent lines off the pizza, like are like wavering like towards the turtle's nose somewhere.
There it is.
It comes floating out of the sewer.
Are there like cartoon speed lines coming from elsewhere in the forest?
Of
We got
course.
pizza with mushrooms and marshmallows on it. It's pretty good.
So all we see are orc footprints,
Yeah.
and I don't understand unless we literally left it where we last left it here in Sanctuary.
Fat chance.
might not be out of the ordinary. It's a big fella. I wouldn't have to carry all that weight around. I can't blame him.
And again, how does something that big hide?
In plain sight.
Somebody just like threw some trees on them, stuff like that. Grassy patches.
The hide and seek champion.
All right. Well, I don't think we have a choice but to check the temple now.
All right, let's go.
Yes, let's maneuver through this carnage and go to the temple.
So you're talking about the Temple of Janrik, or are you talking about the sanctuary?
Sanctuary.
Okay. So
The actual sanctuary.
So we cut to the next scene. You guys are right in front of the big stone that is sealing the way. And what do you do?
I start trying to move it, I guess.
I'm gonna discern realities again, try and see if I can see anything specific.
Hold on, Harold. I know you've just come back from the dead. I've got this. I roll up my sleeves and I go over to the rock.
I take out 5 coins and I look down to Rook and I say, I bet you 5 gold he doesn't do it.
You're on.
Watch this. I'm gonna roll.
You don't have to roll anything.
I do it. Nice.
Yeah, you go to move the stone and your arms disappear inside of it.
Yeah, and I just go, whoa.
and you hear ta-ta as Harrison tumbles down the steps.
Oh.
I mean, he didn't move the rock. Let's call it the rock.
I guess follow Harrison down the stairs.
Watch your step.
So yes, so you'll follow a tumbling Harrison. The rock appears to be an illusion of sorts, or perhaps like there's some weird property about it, but to you it seems to be you seem to be able to easily walk through, and as you guys go down into the shrine, you can see Harrison actually, since you're the first down, you're going to land on. Oh my god, can't remember anybody's name. It's been like a month.
Nana.
No, the dude. The dude. The dude who is in charge of the temple. We've named him like 2 times now, and I can never remember his name.
Yeah, that's gone from my memory.
Let me see if I made a note.
I left my notes in the other room.
Oh, not him. Not him.
His name is Dude.
It was something kind of like that. It was like something funny.
Didn't he get a new name though when like he did the ritual?
Yeah, but I can't remember that one either.
Terry's like the speaker.
Yeah, so we'll just call him. His name is Dude. No, I'll call him Dude. So the Dude. So when you go down and you're gonna land on the Dude and
like the keymaster and the gatekeeper.
he's going to he's gonna sort of catch you as you tumble down, and you guys are gonna sort of tumble together for a moment, and his eyes will grow wide, and he'll say, "Harrison, this means."
I don't like you like that. And then I'm gonna like jump out of his arms and like woefully like drape my arm. It doesn't mean anything. I promise you that. I hate to break it to you this way.
And he kind of dusts himself off and looks at you curiously, and he says, "Did you succeed?"
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, the rest of you are coming down the stairs. Who's next? Who's the next one down the steps?
It's not what it seems.
I think I would be curious. I think I would go first, honestly.
Oh, okay, yeah. So as soon as he sees you, he like tears almost well up in his eyes, and he says, The anointed has arisen. We may be saved after all." And he's going to sort of breaking his normally very calm composure. He's obviously experiencing a lot of joy, and so he stands up and he sort of composes himself, and he bows graciously to you, Harold, and he says, "It is good to see you with us yet again."
Thank you. It was a quick break, so to speak. But I missed quite a bit.
And when Tyrion, when you come down, he is going to respectfully nod to you and say, "It is amazing what our gods can accomplish when they work together."
Yes, it is. But they have more still to accomplish.
And he gives a grim smile and another nod. And Aziz, when you come down, he says, "Speaker, it is good to meet you again as well. I hope you have been well."
As well as can be expected. Many things in motion. Have you seen the turtle?
Say, just like a turtle.
He at this point he falters a little bit, and he turns and he says, "They have all left."
Where to?
I do not know.
Of course you don't. The dead guy doesn't know. You don't know.
They've all left. Like, they who? Who else from the village is down here? Or are you the only one?
I am the only one who remained. I could not leave the sanctuary to fend for itself.
Did the others make it out before the orcs?
I think so. I believe so. I have not. And he takes your hands and he's going to say, he says, "I do not feel that the connection with the spirit animal has been severed."
So, gotta find the turtle again.
Oh boy.
Well, we know that they didn't go the way the orcs left.
True. Ooh, I wonder if they magically covered their tracks.
That's a good thought.
I mean, between Fala and Nana and Clive.
Perhaps a spout lore is in order.
For me? Righty then. Woo!
It's a pack.
Did you
Yeah.
spout it? Did you? Yes.
I spouted it.
You spittled. Moon elves are mysterious and very in touch with nature. They have many mysterious magics at their disposal.
Awesome. I didn't want to give Clive that much credit.
Good. He's already taken enough.
He might actually earn it one day.
He might.
Someday.
I mean, if there's anything he can do well, I'm sure it's run and hide.
He was gonna
Could
learn
be a
magic.
rogue.
It would be run and hide magic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's my kind.
But dude says, where, what has happened? What have you learned in your journeys?
Apparently, it is my duty to perform the next ritual and reverse the damage of the corrupted ritual.
He nods. He says, this is why the 4 great beasts are necessary.
Yes, which is why I must find them.
Oddly, the people that we are most likely to get help from are the same ones that perpetrated the massacre above ground here.
The orcs.
Yes, the orcs.
Do you trust them?
I don't know. We struck a bargain with them, and it is questionable as to whether the timing of that bargain was before or after this massacre. And that answer matters a great deal.
And he's going to make some eye contact with you, Tyrion, and maybe place a hand on your shoulder. And he says, there are more lives here at stake than those that were slaughtered in town, and as much as it pains me to relieve myself of the compassion, even for a moment, this ritual must be cast at all costs.
I know. The High Priestess of Janrik has abdicated all responsibility and fled to hide with Gaspard and Vlad in the mountains. And Stefan would spend lives openly on a battlefield, rather than make an honest attempt at soothing his people and focusing on the real troubles. So I fear we are in a beggars can't be choosers scenario.
And he agrees. As he says, the ritual must be cast at all costs. Or there may not be a world.
That is basically the only reason that I was allowed to return.
And he says, and what did you learn on your journey?
Well, except about the parts, about the seas, and being the one to, well, restore the world through the ritual. Well, it would seem that all of our gods are most definitely real, as I have met a few.
Have you ever doubted?
I think everyone doubts at some point. Even if they don't, well, allow themselves to accept that. There have been many theories, but either way, we're fighting an uphill battle and we don't know, well, squat about who we can trust out there, and this situation is too big for me, at least.
And that is why we are here together.
The people who escaped, do you know what direction they might have fled?
It was all very sudden. Decisions were made hastily. I don't believe they all went in the same direction, but I do believe your friends remained together. There was some talk of some going to join Stefan. I do not know if that is the camp that your friends fell under. But I also don't know where else they would go.
I think that might be our best bet. If they think that we'll go where Stefan goes. I don't know. It seems like a shot in the dark, but it's at least all we have now. I, for one, do not trust the orcs.
As do I. No, for a second.
I have a hard time believing Fala and her husband would go back towards Stefan.
Agreed.
You think they would have left for another settlement? Or just hide out in the woods?
I honestly do not know.
It is possible that they would return to Happy Tree.
Happy Tree.
Yeah, that is one possibility.
So it's either Happy Tree to where Stefan is outposted, or go to our meeting with the orcs.
Oh,
Well, we need to go to our meeting with the orcs, I think. We've given them the sword.
True.
what's the time frame on the ritual? Did we ever get that?
Can't remember if we did or not. I can't remember if we did.
I
or
know
not.
I didn't when I was in the afterlife, so not sure.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't know if we do have. I don't know if we did have a time frame on it. I think because there was a device, I believe,
Yeah.
that was hinted at, but I don't think you guys ever recovered it. And the book that was supposed to instruct on how to use the device, which you did recover the book, but not the device
Yes.
itself. Yeah. So I think one is kind of useless without the other. So I think.
Ah. So it's to the ruins. Wait, was the device in the ruins?
You don't know. There were parts of the ruins that you did not explore, but on account of that shade being down there.
Yes.
Right.
So we're going grave robbing then?
Looks like it.
Like a distinct possibility.
Alright, well let's head out then. We can't waste more time just sitting around. We need to do something.
Yep.
So at this point, if you travel anywhere besides teleporting to the meeting with the orcs, you will miss the meeting with the orcs, because it was a very tight timeline for you guys to travel down here. That's why you had to teleport back, was because you didn't actually have enough time to travel back. Which is totally fine, but I just wanted to make sure you guys were clear on what decisions were being made.
How much?
Yeah, we sure we want to miss the meeting with the orcs?
No, I don't think we do.
Yeah, no, that's a terrible idea.
Of course, you could always split the party.
No.
Never never split the party. You don't get on the boat.
Oh. Because we can't miss the window for the ritual. That is not an option in any way, shape, or form.
We don't even know what time frame we have. We don't know how many days, weeks we have left.
Yeah.
Heck, we
So
might as
where
well have hours.
Where can we get to between now and the meeting with the orcs? What do we still have time for?
Well, okay. I don't think we have time for anything.
No, that's why it was very important that you teleport back, was because
Right.
yeah. So if you don't do that, you will miss it.
All right.
Were there any animals left here in Sanctuary?
No, there was
Horses.
there's nothing. And from what some of you have seen in the past, like Aziz, like you've seen, you've flown over orc or towns that orcs have been through before. This is actually a half-finished project. Normally they just raze everything. They just destroy everything.
Right.
But it does look like they appeared. It does appear that they exterminated everybody and everything.
So fill me in. I was fixing my frills and getting the mud off of them. What is happening? Why does everybody look so distressed and depressed? What's happening?
Our timelines are tight.
Yes. We need to figure out more about this ritual, but we don't have time to do anything except go back to meet the orc. We don't have the device that we need to use to discover when the ritual actually has to happen. We have bare bones knowledge about the ritual itself because I decided to destroy it. Not the whole book, just the ritual in the book. Just those pages.
So we don't want to miss the meeting. We don't want to miss our chance for the ritual.
It sounds like a perfect opportunity to split the party.
We also have only met one sacred beast out of 4.
Yeah, and we don't even know where that one is.
Well, if we do
Right.
split the party, I'm on the team ritual.
Do we split the party?
I feel like that's
I don't know. It may be our only option.
I say 5 different directions. We all go solo. We all get a sidekick or something, you know?
Yeah, there's moves for that, I think. Yeah. Recruiting sidekicks.
I mean, I feel like it's a horrible idea to split us up that way just because we're not sure about the orcs. So I feel like we're almost certainly... But I mean, and we know there's something in the crypt that we're going to have to fight.
Yeah.
But
true.
we have to go to the orcs. We have to.
I say let's go to the orcs and then get away from there as fast as we possibly can.
That teleport option, that's only one way though, right?
Yeah.
Right. We'd have to drop an endpoint somewhere else, and as soon as we drop that endpoint, then the other one is gone. I can only drop one endpoint at a time.
I think I might be back.
So,
Yeah, so what we got?
We lost.
thought I heard him, but I didn't see him.
Oh, who, me?
Yeah. No, we very briefly lost.
Mark
Harold.
cake.
Oh no.
I think I'm back.
You are.
The
We can see you.
The anointed.
Oh no, I'm dying again. Heart failure.
Hey, Tyrion, can you use that guidance spell?
Oh yeah, there you go. I could do a guidance.
We have two very clear choices going on here.
What does Janrik want us to do? So, there's one direction is go to meet with the orcs. One direction is go find out about the ritual, and unclear if we don't get like a clear answer, then I guess that means split the party.
Well, didn't Dead Guy say don't go?
He did say don't go, but we don't know if that means don't go. We don't know what that means.
For all we know, he meant don't go take a leak. Like, it can mean anything.
Don't go to the bathroom. That's right.
Maybe he just wanted somebody to spoon with. We just don't know.
See, I don't feel like we should skip the orcs, so I think it's do we go to the orcs or do we split the party?
Well,
And so we could have some
That's a-
people stand apart from me, and if the hammer is pointing to me, it means everybody goes to the orcs, and if the glowing hammer points to the other people, it means split the party.
If we split the party, I think that Terry and I should go, and the rest should attend the meeting.
agreed.
Aziz.
All right, so
Oh, I
Aziz and
see.
Rook
The two halflings get to go somewhere together, and the rest of us gotta go somewhere else.
Well,
you must be this short to ride that ride.
We're too tall.
well, potential danger lies with the orcs. The greater danger lies.
Yeah, well, we definitely have danger in front of us. So.
Right, and you don't want the murder ostrich to be on that side?
Oh well, I think you should just go ahead and ask, and we'll see what the wisest decision is.
I mean, if I had a choice and I might be getting into a fight with the orcs, I absolutely do want the murder ostrich, but I understand.
Well, let's do what Jandrik says.
Right. So
He hasn't
Aziz,
let you
Rook,
down
if
yet.
if Aziz and Rook would stand over there,
Done.
and everyone else stand by me.
Yep. Have you grown taller, Harrison?
No, I don't think. Maybe. And then I'll straighten my back a little bit, like flatter, like puff out my chest. I've gotten a couple more scars since you've been gone. No, it's not. No, it's not. Look.
It's also got very thick soles.
Yes.
Platform shoes.
Wow. Dude, that sounds like a fucking owl. What the fuck? Aziz, go back. Somebody hearing something.
So that's guidance, right?
Mm-hmm.
The hammer will point towards Aziz.
Janrik has spoken. I guess we're going in two different directions. You're heading back to the crypt then.
Yes.
Okay, well, hold on. Jandrik may be wrong sometimes. I'm not dissing the guy, but I feel a little uneasy. The last time I left somebody alone, they died, and I haven't quite forgiven myself for that just yet, so...
Wait, who died?
don't want to talk about it. I'm like clinging to you now, like this tiny little like sloth.
I'll lean over and whisper to him. It's this guy who visited for a while. He had a bear. You wouldn't know him.
Right. I thought it meant me for some reason. Like,
No. She's okay with that. He's okay with that.
Good, yeah.
He knew you were coming back. I told him. But the bear guy, I told him I couldn't bring the bear guy back.
The fuck? It was to do with the bear? That's it?
Yeah, it was just to do with the bear.
Like 100 people got killed. Like, I don't know.
She really liked the bear. You really liked the bear. What do you want?
Bear. Bears are pretty nice.
Yeah, it was a good bear. Not gonna lie.
Best damn bear I ever knew.
Oh God, it's spreading.
15-minute montage.
and he had some guy with him. I don't even remember his name.
I remember the bear's name was
Boris.
But the guy's name.
How would you describe his personality in one word?
Maybe like Hank.
Bombastic. Explosive.
Bit fiery, perhaps. Short fuse, that one.
Volatile, for sure. Cut to 15-minute montage of all of us remembering our favorite moments with Boris.
Yeah. He really knew how to get around. There was a little bit of him over here, a little bit of him right there, a little bit of him over there.
He was everywhere you wanted to be. You know?
I think we'll all have a little piece of Horus with us, always.
He really knew how to make a quick bang. I mean, buck. Yeah.
I suppose we'll wait for Harrison to get back to get on board with this.
Okay.
Or I could just grab Harrison's hand and Harold's hand and say the word, and we could disappear, and then we could just go on with Rook and Aziz.
Wait, hold up. Where do we, meet again?
Right, that's a good point.
Yeah, sometimes
I'm assuming.
Thoughts.
I'm assuming we should head toward you, assuming we survive. I wish there was a way for us to communicate well apart.
We could meet back at Happy Tree.
Yeah.
Looking at the map, there's a good river access. You could probably get back to Happy Tree at least pretty fast.
All right, sounds good.
Hello, boy.
All right, we'll try to meet you at Happy Tree when we're done. And when we get to Happy Tree, we'll wait 2 days. And if you're not there, if whoever is missing is still missing, then the other group will head toward where they were.
Yes, because we are heading
All right.
to the ruins first.
Very good. All right, Harrison, are you ready?
Like I'll have like a brave face on, and I'll have my back turned, and then I'll like run around and grab Aziz in one arm and like Rook in the other, and pull him in for a big hug, and I'm gonna go, oh, don't do anything stupid, please. I would never forgive myself again. And then
Don't
I
worry.
lean over to Harold, and I whisper, "She knows who she's talking to, right?"
Is it the bear guy again? 'Cause
and then
I get the bear, yeah, but
I'll let go, and I'll go, okay, I'm gonna walk, and I'm not gonna look behind, and it's not because I don't care, it's just easier for me, okay? Like tears well up in my eyes, and I'll just stiffly march off to Harold and Tyrion, and I'll look at them both, nod.
You guys be careful.
Onward!
Run if you need to. I'll see you at Happy Tree.
Happy Tree
Do our
is-
best.
Don't die on me.
And
I already fucked that part up.
I punch you so with my little noodle arm.
I just nod to Rook and Aziz, clap my hands on both their shoulders, and say the command word, and woof, we're gone.
Little did
they were never
know.
seen again.
Yeah, I was like, little did they know that would be the last time they would ever see
Well
each other
failed.
alive.
Janrik's like, fucked with you real hard, didn't I?
Janrik
Never
comes out,
said
he's really
nobody
the
was
god
gonna
of the orcs.
die. Oh, God.
All right. Well, I guess I am going ostrich, and we are heading south.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna go grab a drink
You're
of
going
water
on an
while you're
adventure.
doing the ostrich part.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, imagine we appear back at, like, the teleported place, and I'm just like... like the
Just
tears.
stop crying about the bear.
It's not about the bear, you big fucking log! It's about you! I failed you! I wasn't there for you! You're so stupid!
All right, let's. Yeah, I guess we'll do the. We'll do the ostrich part. The time difference is going to be a little weird because they're going to get to where they're going instantly, and then it's going to take you guys like a day to get to where you're going. So, so in game, might be a little out of order, but you know, when we do, we'll edit it in post
Yeah.
to make it chronologically correct. So, so you guys will travel quickly, and arrive at the place where the ruins are. Remnants of the camp that was there before, when you guys were here before. Just very few remnants still remain. You might even be able to see like a giant impression in the ground that's slowly being overtaken, being reclaimed by nature from where the giant was, from where Harold, grabbed the giant's balls, from those times. And as you approach these, as you approach these ruins, Aziz and Rook, you will there will be a cold chill in the air. And Aziz, you know that darkness lurks near. Now these ruins are they're a bit raised up off the ground. Oops. Sort of in uneven sections, just from where the years of collapse have just sort of decimated them into a mound. But you'll have no problem getting up them. And you can see the entrance where it was before. There's a like a hatch there, and I believe you guys covered it with a large stone last time to trap whatever darkness was in there.
Yes.
In there. So yeah. So what do you guys do? How do you approach?
Very sneakily.
Yeah. Well, I want to scout around first, see if there's any ambush waiting from, what was it, goblins last time?
There were goblins last time, yeah.
Yeah, so scout the area and then move up to start trying to move the stones off.
All right, and go ahead and maybe give me a give me a discern realities as you scout around.
And I would not have taken the bonus to wisdom this time, so this is going to be straight.
Okay. Ooh,
Ooh.
nice. All right, so you get to ask 3 questions, and you get a +1 forward when acting on the answers.
Oh, okay. So, what should I be on the lookout for? Obviously, other than the dark spirit.
I think primarily here you should be on the lookout for old traps and protective measures that would be in place that are resident in the dungeon itself. Not necessarily the shade, but the or whatever they're called. I think they had a cooler name. You'd given them a cooler name, I think.
Oh, that was so long ago.
I know. Whispering Wraith, yeah. Other than the Whispering Wraith, which is not necessarily resident, like a resident protection of the thing, but like gargoyles or just maybe like the although probably not the undead, because the ancient elves weren't really into that. To that kind of magic, but yeah, like animated constructs and traps and magical seals and or curses. So that's the sort of thing that you should be on the lookout for.
Well, I'm pretty good at disabling traps, so
Okay.
maybe.
Alrighty, so what here is useful or valuable to me?
Besides Rook, Rook is quite useful. I think you're going to notice that there is sort of growing wild in the area. There's actually some what would it be called? It would be called, trying to think of a play on sage, like some kind of like I need some kind of adjective, like gilded sage. There we go, gilded sage.
There we go.
There you go.
Some gilded sage, which actually offers some minor protection against evil spirits. Not enough to like ward them off completely, but it does. Burning such a thing in the presence of one would definitely give you an edge if you were to come into contact with one.
Sounds good. I wonder if, of course, he decided to abandon me, but I wonder if Rook could weaponize such a thing with his poisons knowledge.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. All right, and so yeah, I'll be gathering some of that there. And what here is not what it appears to be.
You.
This seal.
You're an ostrich.
This seal has been tampered with. These are not the same rocks that you left on it. These are. This has been uncovered and recovered once again.
Oh,
Nope.
I knew it. All right. Well. Yeah, I guess I'm going to gather up some of the gilded sage. Make a couple wraps of it for quick and easy burning. Start uncovering the the hatch.
Okay. And then we will pop back over to the temple crew. So you guys teleport. Huh. Interesting. Why is he doing that? So interesting.
I think we said we were going to kind of teleport to the mouth of the valley or whatever it was, so as to not be like, oh look, a bunch of weirdos just jumped up in the middle of our camp, just in case anybody's there that wasn't there the other time, so that.
So you're gonna be like outside the town?
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's right. We were going to the temple, not there, and they were going to meet us at the temple, so that. Yeah, so we can just pop right into the temple where we were expected to be.
Okay. So you do. So you guys, so the golden light of Janrik surrounds you, and within a moment you arrive at the temple. It's tall, regal pillars, kind of looking down on you, and the first thing that will, as the golden light fades, I think the first thing that will enter your senses will be the smell of sweat and blood, and just pure hatred, and as the golden light disappears, you can see that the source of this smell is a good number of orcs in the room, probably about 15 altogether.
I am totally comfortable in this situation.
They stand lined. They stand lined along the pillars, and you guys kind of appear in the front of them, and or in the back of the hall where normally where prayers to Janrik are given. And you can see that there is among the orcs here, there is one very thin, like still muscular but very thin orc in these sort of deep purple robes with decorated with feathers, and he has a bandage, like a leather, not a bandage, but like a leather strap sort of wrapped around his face, covering one of his eyes. And you can see that over the eye part is this like metal clasp, and in the clasp there's this like carved rune. He stands beside another orc, probably like medium-sized as far as orcs are concerned, but still very, very broad and big and muscular. And this orc has a battle axe on his back, and he's decorated with many trophies of those that he has slain, and bears many scars and standing next to him is this giant orc, like bigger, like the kind of orc you send in when you want a wall broken down. Like, this guy is huge, and he definitely looks to be the strongest of the bunch. But one look at the expression on his face, and you kind of get the notion that might be all he's got going for him.
I know which one is Plum Krish. Harrison saying that, not me. But he's like, yeah, I know which one Plum Krish is.
And the other orcs that line the pillars in the room are sort of all snapped to attention when you guys magically teleport, and in a flurry of movement they will surround you with weapons drawn. Do you guys have an instinctive reaction to this?
Yes, perfume. I like hold it up, and I'm like, okay, listen, fellas, I have something, a great invention your kind has not seen yet. And it will help you blend into the townspeople so great if you're ever wanting a night out. I'm going to set it on the ground. I'm going to set it down with the little, little squeezy ball thing. I'm going to set it down. Help yourselves. Just put the weapons away.
You're met with a chorus of snarls and grunts as they sort of all converge on the point that you're at in the room to kick your ass. But they will be stopped when another orc who enters from the temple entrance, and he says, with a voice that you recognize, he calls out, and he says, "Wait, these are the ones that I spoke of. They are here to meet with Plumcrish." And Plumcrish, who is the orc who's standing in between the huge orc and the skinny orc, will bellow loudly and hop down from where the rights to Janrik are normally given. And Tyrion, what you're going to notice is that all of the so this temple is dedicated to Janrik, but there are other statues of gods here as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, are there any statues to the old gods here?
Yeah, absolutely. All the gods.
So all of the other statues, except for the statue to the old gods, has been defaced, has been utterly destroyed.
Genrick really likes these guys.
And so Plumcrish will hop down off of the off the base of the statue that honors Janrik, and he'll say, "Enough! They have come to parley."
And if you're not using this, and I go back to grab the perfume.
Which of you is Tyrion?
Not me.
Tyrion.
And he'll step up and he'll get uncomfortably close to you and size you up. He's easily like 1.5 times your height, and he's
You're just gonna stand there.
yeah, and he snorts at you and he snorts at you to see if he can like get you to flinch. Do you flinch?
No.
Yeah, I imagine it like that Avatar episode where he's like with Ko, the face stealer. There's this giant like centipede like writhing around him, trying to get a reaction out of him to steal his face, and you just standing there like.
So he's definitely like looking to get a reaction. When he doesn't get one from you, he'll turn to Harrison and and that
perfume bottle.
And that seems to satisfy him as he backs up. You can see.
I kind of tuck Harrison behind me.
Whew, you need some of this too.
And the shaman will sort of push his way through the other orcs, and he'll say, "These are the ones who brought the sword." And as if on cue, the one-eyed orc will produce a slender object that is wrapped in cloth, and he will speak out and he will say. Actually, I don't think he'll say anything. But he will present it, and Plumcrish will bound up to him and snatch the blade from his hands, and the cloth will unfurl from it and reveal the blade in all of its glory. And huh?
I really missed that blade.
And Plumcrish will kind of like look at it and just kind of like wave it around a little bit. It looks very small. It's like a toy in his hand. And he says, he sneers at Tyrion and he says, "You bring me this, and what do you expect in return, little man?"
Only what we were promised. Alliance with your tribe. As you may recall, Stefan promised you that, and he never had it. I came and promised it to you and promptly gave it to you.
Oh, Tum Tum promised it.
Oh, sorry, it was Tum
Yeah.
Tum. Tum Tum promised that to you. He never had it. We promised it to you and promptly gave it to you. Gave it to you on good faith. Left it in your care while we awaited your decision. There can be no greater honor than that.
And he sneers.
Regardless of my size, you cannot question my honor. And if you would dare to question my honor, you will regret it.
And he sneers again and he says, "Honor. The little man speaks of honor, and yet he deceives me."
Tell me, what deception have I perpetrated on you, Plumcresh?
At this point, he will jaunt back up to the really large orc, and the one-eyed orc will step down and he will say, "The flame blade of legend is said to be nigh indestructible. Its magic is said to radiate, permeate the air around it, and it is said to always be of fire."
I have not heard that of the blade, but if you hand the blade to me, I will show you that it is a fire.
And he says, "Oh yes, we discovered its little trick."
Little trick.
And Plumcresh hands the blade to the very large orc, and he says, and he just nods, and the orc takes the blade between his two hands and he snaps it in half.
A single tear runs down my face.
And the pieces fall to the ground, and Plumcresh says, "Lies. This is not the blade. This is a counterfeit. And you would deceive me, little man."
I do not deceive. It is the only blade I know of, and it is the magic blade that we had in our possession.
"Your honor is worth nothing." And at this point, he's going to... and then he says, "And now you will pay with your lives." And the whole room is going to seem to move at one time.
Can I do like a discern realities and see if that was actually the blade that we gave them? Because I don't think
okay.
the magic sword we gave should have broken that easily.
Right. Yeah, you can give me a discern real. Actually, let's. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. No, it's fine.
Oh no. Okay. Did you want to do something else?
No. Well, we have that amazing roll, so we'll switch back to the ruins real quick, and then we'll come back.
That's fine.
Yeah. Rook, Aziz, what's going on?
Yeah, I want to try to guide us through the ruins by doing a series of, just by disarming traps and whatnot.
Okay. So give me. You have a move for that, right?
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh, actually, I think you have a different move. You can keep the roll, but it's a different move, I think.
Is it a different move? For disabling traps?
I think it's called Trap Expert. When you spend a moment to survey a dangerous area. and then you can ask questions to tell if there are traps there.
Oh, okay. Well, it's dexterity, so it'll be the same roll.
Yeah. So so you can spend your hold as you walk through the area and ask these questions. Since you roll a 10 plus, you get 3 holds. So you can ask 3 of those questions if you like.
Okay.
Which I think there are 3.
Is there a trap here? And if so, what activates it?
So there is a trap here.
Turn to disease. I'm like, careful.
So as you you go down the chute, and then out of this chute you'll be deposited into a large rectangular shaped room. Now you've been here before. You know that there's a like a small library that was sealed away to one side of the room. That door appears to have remained open, but as you descend, again you still feel that cold chill, and Aziz, you know something dark is near. But you can see that there have been some added precautions to this, some recent additions to this place. Rook, as you're climbing down, you can see that at the bottom, you can catch the glint of a trip wire, and looking above the door, you can see that there has been you can see just the edge of something on the other side that looks as though it's meant to swing down and clobber anybody who happens to descend carelessly.
All right. I will point that out to Aziz and carefully step across the wire.
Follow suit.
Okay. And as you step into the rectangular room at large, you can see that that the library room is still opened, and that diagonally across from that, on the southern wall, is an entrance to another room. The door has been barred with this very heavy-looking oak, with like these sigils kind of carved into it, which Aziz you would recognize as ancient Elvish. Yeah.
What do you make of that?
It is a sealed door, but pretty sure I spent some time with Fala learning the language.
Yeah.
So, well, the first thing I'm doing is I'm lighting up a bundle of that gilded sage.
Okay.
So it's already going when the shade decides to show itself.
Okay.
But I think I'm gonna check out the library first. And glancing at the books, see if there's anything look like to be of help here.
Okay. So as you approach the library, what do you guys? Can you guys see in the dark? I can't remember. Or what are you using for light? For a light source? Actually, I think this place might be naturally lit. Yeah, I think it might be naturally lit. I think these like little blue spheres kind of cling to or these like little blue lights. They're almost like a bioluminescent fungus, sort of providing a low blue light in the room. But that some of that light will be obscured as this darkness, this shadow, sort of glides across the room and sort of lands itself in front of the door to the library, and it sort of hovers above the door there.
Hmm.
You can hear whispering.
Yeah, I try to tuck away in a nook there, Granny.
All right. Are you hiding?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, very nice.
Or do I see it?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well, you said the light was obscured, so
Yeah.
we noticed that shift, and we know we're looking for a shadow. So
Yeah.
So Rook, you're slipping away into a cranny.
Yeah.
Okay, Aziz, what do you do?
All right.
I am
I'm 13.
moving to the whichever cranny that Rook is heading into. I move the opposite direction,
Okay.
hoping to set up a flanking maneuver.
Okay.
I'm not really being stealthy about it because this just has to be eliminated.
You're about to be Rashers anyway.
Okay. So I think it will extend one of its dark tendrils towards you, Aziz, as the whispering, as you can the sound of the whispering increases.
Yeah, I think I'm going to chuck a spear at it.
Okay.
See if it can be physically hurt. That is volley, yes.
Okay. Partial success. So on a 7 through 9, choose one of the options there.
I'm gonna go with just narratively. You have to move to get the shot,
Okay.
placing you in danger of the GM's choice.
Okay. So as you move, you're going to hear a twing and a snap, and a line will a tripwire will be tripped, and so you throw the spear. The spear is going to go into the tendril, and the tendril will momentarily sort of disband or disincorporate and reform as soon as the spear passes through it. So the spear just kind of like does no damage as it passes through. However, the twang from the tripwire will you'll hear a twing, and then you'll hear a pop. And then once you hear the pop, you'll see a jet of flame come from one of the walls that is nearby, and just kind of shoot out momentarily, just sort of flash out. How do you intend to deal with that?
Duck.
Okay, so defy danger with dexterity.
Ooh. Stumble, hesitate, or flinch.
Okay, so you can either fall into another trap, or you can fall into the shade, to the whispering wraith.
Oh no.
I'm gonna fall into the wraith.
Okay. And so as you do, it will sort of swallow you up momentarily. Rook, what are you doing? What was that?
I'm looking for Z's desperately.
Yeah, you saw a jet of flame, you saw him briefly, and then you saw him just sort of disappear into this like cloud of darkness.
I guess I will try and inch closer to get a better look.
Okay, yeah, you get closer and you can see this massive black writhing shadow, And as you approach, you can hear the whispers increasing, the sound of whispering increasing in your ears. And maybe we'll leave it there for a second. I'll hop back over to the temple. So
This is why he wanted to split the party, so he can switch back and forth between cliffhangers.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's not what I want; it's what Jandrick wants. Okay. So let's see. What was that last roll for? Discern realities. You rolled 11.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. So you get 3 questions. What questions will you ask?
All right, that's a good question. What do you guys think? I feel like we can pick over there.
Well, your first question was whether or not it was a real sword. So what here's not what it
Yeah.
appears to be.
Well, here is not what it appears to be.
I think I think a piece of the sword. I think a piece of the sword will clatter near you. Maybe the bottom half, like the broken hilt, perhaps, will clatter near you. And there's no mistaking it. That is the blade that you brought.
And he was so that's absolutely the flaming blade. And
That
he
is
was able to just
absolutely the
snap it in
flaming
half?
blade that you brought here. Yeah.
All right. What is useful or valuable to me?
There is a shimmer tucked between 2 of the columns near you. Like it's almost like a disturbance in the fabric of reality, kind of like shimmer.
What should I be on the lookout for?
There is
All the orcs' weapons. They're
15 ticked off orcs.
there are thunderous footsteps approaching from outside the temple doors.
Interesting. All right. Let's do this. I think I'm ready.
If I may ask real quick, I didn't get to earlier, but I really wanted to have time to prepare my spells from the spell book while we were flying.
Absolutely.
And do I have to roll anything for preparing them?
No, you can just prepare them.
Prepare new spells chosen from your spellbook whose total levels don't exceed your own. So I can do up to level 8, but there is no real level 8.
Wait, you're level 8? Huh?
No, level 7.
But you always do your level +1 for spell casting. So you just add up. Like I have a 5, a 3, or I have a 5 and 3 1s, plus some that are just automatically prepared for me.
All right.
All right. Let me know when you've gotten prepared before I make my move.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, kind of have a thing too, honestly.
I wanted to do this for a little while now since I've been able to do it. If I may, I would like to cast Shadow Walk.
Okay.
The shadows you target with the spell become a portal for you and your allies. Name a location, describing it with a number of words up to your level, and stepping through the portal deposits you and any allies present when you cast the spell at the location you described. The portal may only be used once by each ally.
Okay.
So
Say Elven Ruins. Say Elven Ruins.
Alright, cast a spell. Alright, on a 7 through 9 the spell is cast, but choose one. I will just forget the spell for now.
Okay.
Imagine Harrison just forgetting how the spell works. He's just, oh hell, how did this work again?
Yeah, so I'll be like, whew, this is really been, as I see they're coming closer, like slowly, this really has been such a lovely time. And then I'll place my hands on like each like Tyrion and Harold's back, and I'll be like, but we've really got to go, and we'll be using you guys for this little next magic trick. Go through the shadows. And where should we get
Oh, you have
deposited
to.
off?
So yeah, you have to describe it with a number of words up to your level. So you get what you get. What level are
7
you?
or 8? Does it count? Because I can do up to 8, but I'm level 7.
Right. So I think 7 words.
Okay, where do we want to go, guys?
Anywhere
ruins
but here.
If we can get as far as the ruins, I would say. I mean, unless you want to like try and figure this out, which I'm down to do.
I have it ready. If you think we can figure it out.
You do what you think, because, you know,
If-
there's probably not the time to ask us, so it's just like,
Yep. It
But
spells
my-
we don't have to go immediately, right?
Yeah, we don't have to go immediately. It's hanging here.
yeah, go
But
for
if
the
you
ruins.
think if
Yeah,
you
Go for the
think you
ruins.
go to the ruins, are you sure you don't want to try and parlay anymore?
Well, no, I do, but like, we can always jump through if things get bad, because I got.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Let's parlay. I will hold my 7 fingers here to remind myself I have 7 words I need to come up with. So try and parlay.
Okay. And I'll also probably scoop up that hilt so we can figure out, because I can't believe a sword as powerful as that was just snapped in half by this guy. So I think there's something else fishy, whether it's a perfect counterfeit, an illusion. I think we're being played by the shaman guy, is what I think is happening.
Yeah. So okay. So
Can
go
I
ahead.
act?
Absolutely. Yeah. And so just for context, there's like so 1, 2, 3. There's 12 orcs. All of them are coming at you guys to attack you. At the command of Plumcrish, and he's like not. He's totally gonna wade into the battle himself here in a moment, and so just everything's kind of erupting into chaos all at one time. So, what do you want to do, Harold?
I would like to yell out Plumcrish's name to try and like keep the parlay going. Like, Plumcrish. And does he react in any shape or form to that, or?
Yeah. I mean, he'll come over and kill you first.
Oh.
No, I mean
I'll say to Harold.
he'll look at you. I mean, you know, what, did you want to say something or?
Yeah. Your shaman saw us activate the sword and did not say anything about it maybe not being the Great Flame Blade. Was he not informed, like you were?
The shaman?
Yeah. We showed him how to activate it. I demonstrated the blade for the shaman.
And
Uh-huh.
he was like, "This is awesome. Yeah, we'll take it."
Yeah, he loved it. Thought it was great.
Yeah. Yeah, they know it was going to. They know how it worked. Like they could. They knew how to bring the flame out of it.
Yeah, not that part, but the shaman knew that the flame wasn't ever continuing. Like, he knew there was an activation method to it. Like, I showed the activation method.
We weren't pretending anything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We did exactly.
We laid out all our cards.
Right, and so the shaman in question, who is in just as much disbelief as you guys are, if he's so maybe this is before everything descends into chaos, but if you so he's in just as much shock, and he kind of falls to his knees, knowing that he has failed. He's failed Plumcrish, and knowing what will happen next. I think Plumcrish will dress him down as well, and say, "You have dishonored the clan. You can choose exile, or you can choose death." And the shaman will look to you all, and you'll see his eyes go low as he hangs his head, and he will choose an honorable
Well,
death in his eyes, I suppose.
before that, if that's going to get carried out, before it happens, can I shout something?
Absolutely.
I say, do you even know what honor is, Plumcrish?
And I think to this, Plumcrish just smiles as he draws his axe, and he's going to swing in one sweeping arc as he is going to bring his blade down upon the shaman.
Guess the answer is no, then. You killed a loyal servant for doing what he believed was true, simply because he was not giving you exactly what you wanted, but what he believed. Anything that someone truly believes that is not what you believe is therefore a lie. People can't simply be wrong or misinformed. There's no room for that in your world.
Honestly, Tyrion, I think you're gonna maybe get like 1 or 2 words out before everything descends into chaos. He's not a really big talker.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's not a big talker.
Bye bye.
So
Take.
Can I make a challenge to him?
No. Take us.
You can perhaps. Are you going to use some kind of magic, or are you going to use like I know Harold's got a perfect move for that, right?
What are you waiting for? Is that the move?
That's like a direct challenge as far as like a one-on-one combat. And then I think Tyrion, you might have some magic that can. Oh, hey, thanks, Dante. I really appreciate it. Good to see you. Dante just subscribed. But yeah, I mean, like words alone.
No, I just want to get his attention enough to focus on me for a minute, or to focus on Harold. Either way works.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to trigger some kind of move here to sort of dictate
Shift
what
this to a one-on-one.
to dictate what happens here.
Maddie / Harrison, if you're fine, I will try to use my move to fucking call him out on this shit, because I want to smash this guy.
Take us to Aziz and Rook, please. Oh shit.
So Harold, did you want to roll your move?
No. Yank.
Not much of a yank, but
Yeah, it's like she's like.
I will call him out. I will use the move. What are you waiting for? And I will just scream, "You coward!"
Okay. Go ahead.
It's an 8. That only a few. The weakest, the most foolhardy among them fall prey to your taunting.
Okay. Yeah. And so some of the like I'll say like 5 of the or maybe like 4 of the orcs are going to approach you and start to combat with you. They've got like short jagged saw blades, and they're definitely going to start swinging and trying to cut you limb from limb. How do you deal with them?
Yeah, no, Harrison has a point.
Can I scoop up the sword hilt as we dive through the portal?
You can, but it's dangerous. It's kind of at the feet of a couple different orcs. How will you defy that danger?
With stupidity? Is that a move?
I think it's normally powering through it or something.
I can power through, or power through is fine.
Okay.
I will defy danger by powering through.
Okay. Nice.
Damn.
So utilizing your armor, you kind of or wait, do you have armor? I can't remember.
I do have armor.
Yeah, so sort of utilizing your armor and your big muscular frame, you kind of scoop the hilt of the blade up and power through. There's gonna be a couple things that you guys are gonna see before you leave, like right before you slip into the shadows. So, Harold, what you will see before you slip into the shadowy portal is you'll see coming through the door, at the end of at the entrance of the temple. The door sort of busts open, and there's this giant frame there, like giant size, but much rounder, much stockier in build than someone like what was the giant's name, like Grom or something like that.
I think that's correct.
Yeah. So much stockier, much thicker and wider than him. And you can see that this frame is also adorned with a large cape with like a little with a collar and a shiny circlet upon his head. He has one eye in the center of his forehead, and he's adorned with all kinds of jewelry and trinkets and kind of dressed to the nines. And he stands in the doorway and watches as you guys slip through the shadow of the shadowy portal. Oh, thank you for the subscription, Alberon RPG. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Oh, hey.
Here is a lovely Saga gift for you. And so that's what you're going to see before you slip through. Harrison, you're going to see the same thing, except you're going to see attached to his belt are many, many items and trinkets, among which one catches your eye, and that is because it is Melvin Spellvin's spellbook. And Tyrion, what you will see.
Yeah, I go.
And Tyrion, what you will see before you enter as you grab the hilt and you enter through the shadowy portal. As you're leaving, that shimmering break you saw before suddenly expands, and leading the charge out of it, you can see crimson blades.
Whoa!
And then
look at the gifted subs.
And then the shadows just and you will disappear.
So was it an ambush or was it a trap for us?
Ooh, yeah, gifted subs. What we got? Oh my goodness. Alberon, Alberon RPG, thank you so much. Gifted a sub. Gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much. Thank you. Damn.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Thank you so much. We appreciate the support. Absolute mad lad.
Nice, all those Saga gifts.
We love to see Saga.
For your viewing pleasure.
Right. Never get tired of the sexy Saga.
There was what was that thing we saw where they cut together the scene where Zuko's going to see Iroh?
Uncle Iroh after like betraying him, yeah, and then it cuts to the freaking Sokka sexy scene. Instead of it being Uncle Iroh.
It totally got me too, because that scene is so emotional, and like I know what's coming, and then all of a sudden, boom, Saga. I was like, oh my god, fucking got me. Yes, so thank you so much. Yes, so we'll cut back to Aziz, wreathed in shadows.
Surprise! It's just me.
The whispering intensifies, Aziz. How do you resist it?
Let's see. To defy danger through mental fortitude.
Okay. Go ahead and roll, and you're going to get a You're gonna get a bonus because of the Gilded Sage. You're gonna get that +1 forward. As if you needed it, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna resist the whispering completely, and in fact you will silence the whispering, and the shadows will sort of calm, and then they will settle around you, and I think. Oh, yeah. How about this? Instead of that, suddenly the whispering voices sort of drop off one by one, super rapidly, until there's one left, and it calls out to you, and it says, "Speaker."
Yes.
You have returned.
Yes, I have.
Have you come to free me?
You and the rest of the world.
I have protected this place honorably, but I am weary.
And what can I do to relieve you of your duty?
And I think if you just dismiss it, I think it will rest. Maybe you can perform some kind of speaker magic on it, but I think it will dismiss and be at rest.
Yeah, I'm sure that there are some not necessarily funerary rites, but peaceful passage rites in the druid lexicon.
And as you perform those rites, the shadow will suddenly turn to light, and Rook, you on the outside will see this golden light sort of begin to wreath around the shadows as the shadows become the light, and it will sort of dispel all at once. And then as soon as it dispels, that's when the shadow teleportation spell kind of like dumps them right in front of Aziz.
I come out of the shadows and grab Harold's leg. Thank God you're here.
And I'm just kind of looking at like this little bundle of sage. I'm like gripping with a death grip. You just be like, "Wow, this stuff's awesome."
It's better than halfling pipeweed.
It's just
It's drugs.
yeah, I'm speechless at this point. I did not expect that.
And Harold and Tyrion and Harrison have appeared.
Ta-da!
I hope things have gone better here on our end.
Well, y'all are a sight for sore eyes, let me tell you.
Yeah, we were about to get slaughtered. So I did the Rook special. Run and hide. You truly have been an inspiration to me, friend. And I'll be like shaking your hand.
I'm gonna hold up the half a sword.
Ah,
You
yes.
did do it.
Not us.
We didn't do anything. And I'm gonna do the move and the word and see if the half lights up.
Nothing happens.
It's good.
This is either a very good counterfeit or they've destroyed the magic somehow. But as I believe we saw Tum Tum as we were leaving, with him involved, anything is possible.
And he also had Melvin's spellbook.
And a bunch of crimson blades leapt through some kind of fissure. I don't know if it was teleportation or a veil that they were hiding behind just as we left. But it certainly seems like someone was laying a trap for us there.
So obviously the don't go was to the orcs.
Yes.
Right.
Sorry about the sword, Harold. I truly am.
It's okay. The sword's up.
I give him the half a sword. Perhaps we'll get the other half one day and reforge it.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I'll forget it. Like all my past loves.
Oh.
Wish this is my only one. Anyway.
How is the ritual going here?
Well, the shade has been moved on. He was actually a protector of this place.
I was about to ask.
I think we are going in the right direction.
Good.
Watch for traps.
Good.
At least something
There.
positive today.
Yeah, it seems to be heavily trapped.
After our last departure, new traps.
Huh. How?
Don't know. Perhaps the goblins returned and, not being able to get to what they wanted, decided to try and kill anyone else that tried.
Yep, makes sense.
That would not be too far out of the realm of possibility.
Alright.
Well,
Did you ever make it in the library? Is it the door open?
I haven't made it to the library yet. Still going there.
all right. Yeah, I suppose since our operation was a bust, we can accompany you.
Yay!
Did not have to part very long at all.
The library has been completely ransacked.
Oh boy.
Even the no, the body's still there. The body is still there because there was a body there, right? There's a skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still there. But yeah, all the books are gone.
Alrighty. To the door. See if I can figure out how to open it.
Yes, it is a door exactly like the other one except larger. There's the sigils in it sort of form this this tree shape with many branches weaving out across the span of the door, and they seem to be made of these ancient elvish runes. And you remember last time that was it Fala? I think Fala was able to.
Nana.
Was it Nana?
Yeah.
So one of them was able to interpret kind of what was going on and sort of rearrange them in some correct order.
You want to try and decipher it, or do we break it down?
I'm going to try to decipher it. I have been studying the language since the last time we were here.
So, 1 second. Oh, I thought I had a thing. I thought I had a thing for this. I still do, but I thought I had a better thing. So so give me so just make a it's gonna require a basically an intelligence roll. Now this can be anybody can make it, but because all you have to do is read, but anybody can make it. It would essentially be like a spout lore or something like that.
Okay. Well, can I essentially identify the glyphs and possibly Harrison do the spouting with his familiarity with magical stuff?
Absolutely.
Teamwork?
And I'll remind Harrison that you also have books at your disposal as well to get a bonus.
Oh, yeah, bag of book. It can be a +1 to my roll as well. Oh shit. Coda, quit growling at nothing. He's literally just going, oh, oh. Alright, yeah, I'll use that to give me another +1 to spout lore. +1 makes it 10.
Nice. So so what this tree seems to be so with the helps of some of the books that you've read, what this tree seems to be identifying is the it seems to be detailing some ancient elven lineage, and as Aziz interprets what the runes mean, you're able to sort of put them in order, and you're actually able to find out. You're able to figure out which branches, like which runes are kind of in the wrong place, and working together, both of you are able to solve the puzzle of the door.
Nice.
When the runes are placed in the correct spot, the tree, the door will actually sort of like the wood will actually turn to like roots that will sort of move out of the way and grip the frame of the door, allowing you through, creating sort of this like wooden portal through the wall.
And I will step through.
Now, beyond this room is a large circular room, in the middle of which is a large statue, and sort of obscuring what is directly on the other side of it. But other than the statue at this moment, just walking in, the rest of the room kind of appears to be empty.
Excuse me.
I need to be wary of animated things. I'm just curious if the statue's going to stand up or start moving. But yeah, I will proceed into the room.
Okay, what's everybody else doing?
Follow him.
Yeah, I'll follow suit.
Okay.
There's nothing else here. Oh, I'm so sorry. Nothing else here really of value, is there? Everything else has been ransacked, and the only way is really forward.
Yeah. Yeah, there might be something farther on, but this might also be a guardian here, so be wary.
You didn't get hurt before, did you, Aziz?
No, I did not.
Okay.
So, so the room seems to be it has that same like bioluminescent growth on the wall that's providing this like this blue light, this soft blue light throughout, and as as you sort of fan out into the circular room, you can see that on the other side of the room, set into the wall, is a is a large round wheel, and a symbol very similar to something you saw marking the ritual and the device is prominent on this as he's.
Okay. Well, I still have the notes on the device.
Yeah. So the there's a symbol on this wheel that is incredible, that is prominent within those notes, and that's when the statue will begin to move.
Of course it will.
It begins to animate, and as it like sort of stands up, it is this sort of stone golem-looking creature, and it has sort of a block head, but the head sort of detaches from the body and sort of swivels around in the air above it, and you can see that it has one big circular eye on it, and as it swivels around, you can see that the eye sort of begins to glow red. So, what do you guys do?
We don't have time for this. I take my axe and I'm just gonna swing at the eye.
Huh? Oh, you want it to stay shut?
Well, I can see that you're picking up on my mic.
Oh, okay. Just 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
I feel like this might be a terrible choice, but I feel like
I'm wondering
Carol's
if,
pretty
like-
frustrated.
Something
I'm
to
wondering if this
smash.
thing is like here to help us, maybe, but
I mean, if it glows red, you know, instinctually, it's danger.
red is the bad color.
Usually.
All
I
right.
guess.
So what we got here.
Much better.
All right.
Yeah,
So yeah. So what are we doing?
Yeah, I wanted to take a swing at the eye.
Okay.
So that's hack and slash.
Damn. You guys are rolling too good today. I don't get to do anything.
Dang it! If it was just one more, that would be great.
So go ahead and deal your damage and avoid their attack. And as you approach to swing, it's going to be swinging its big old stony fists around, trying to clobber you. But you'll be able to avoid all of those swings and do some damage. Okay.
Oof.
Yeah. So you
I missed the sword.
your axe scrapes uselessly. Your axe scrapes uselessly against the stone of the golem, and would anybody else like to do anything?
I guess I'll
As
toss
it's-
some magic missiles in there beside him.
Okay. And this is it's probably still tangling with Harold, so you got a nice opportunity to do that.
And I'm going rhino form.
Okay. So you casted a spell, 7 through 9. Choose one.
I will draw unwelcome attention.
Okay, and you'll see the head swivel around as the magic missiles pummel it, and you'll see the head swivel around, and the eye is made of 3 concentric rings, and the outer ring will begin to glow bright red. Ooh,
I'll do 5 points of damage to it.
5 points of
Powering up.
damage. 5 points of damage. Alright, so we got some shapeshifter stuff going on here. We got a 9.
So 2 hold plus 3, so 5 hold.
Okay. Nice. Damn. And so you go into Rhino mode. What will you do?
I'm going to try to trample, knock it off balance.
Okay.
Well, actually, I will spend a hold to trample, trying to knock it off balance.
Okay. So so that would be, I guess, like the same sort of effect as what is it called? So so opening up the attacker to an ally. So we can maybe say that gives it gives an ally a +1 forward against the attacker.
Okay.
Damn, if only that happened before I attacked.
I know. I'm wondering if we could coordinate something real fast.
Yeah, always. What would you guys like to do?
If Aziz don't mind, I would like to ride on its back.
Oh, go for it.
And as soon as he knocks it off balance, that's when I want to like do a backflip off and stab him.
Okay. So you can take a +1 forward to the roll, and go ahead and roll hack and slash.
Well, does he knock it off balance first?
Yeah, that's where
Yeah,
that's where the +1's coming from.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So an 8, so a 9. You deal your damage to the enemy, and the enemy makes an attack against you as well.
All right. So I guess this is a D8 plus a D4.
Okay.
Ooh.
Did that go through?
I did not see it. Oh, there it is. So you got 1 from the. So yeah, so you're. So go ahead and roll your D4 as well.
Well, is he not defenseless?
I'm sorry.
Is it not defense? Is it not a defenseless enemy?
No, I wouldn't say he's defenseless.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't knock him down. I
You
just
didn't knock him prone.
No, he's just off balance.
All right. So D4. So 3.
Yeah, and so so your blade just kind of plinks harmlessly off of him. He seems to be made of very hard stone. His armor seems to be quite beefy.
Okay.
And he will do his damage as well. For 14. As he swings his mighty fist at you while you're in mid-air, and he smacks you and sends you flying across the room, hitting the wall and then hitting the floor with incredible force.
I would like to use my divine intervention, which says that when you or your ally takes damage, I can call on my deity to intervene with a weird manifestation, sudden gust of wind, lucky slip, or whatever, and negate the damage.
Oh, okay. Does that is that like a spell, or does it require a roll or anything?
It's just an advanced move that I get.
Okay.
I have divine intervention and divine invincibility, so I get a couple of these a day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so you spend a hold. Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, I'm spending a hold. I get 1 with divine intervention and 2 with divine invincibility. Not divine invisibility. That's different.
Okay.
But also handy.
And so,
Yes.
do you have an idea of how that manifestation would take place?
Oh, I think the golden hand of Genric summons like a weird pile of leaves is just somehow there, and instead of smacking the wall, he lands in a pile of leaves.
I
So
take
how
it.
How much does that negate?
All of it.
All of it.
Oh.
It just negates one damage source.
All right. Who wants to do a little bit of damage?
Praise Janrik. And so you're.
Yay.
If I may have a turn.
Absolutely. Let me just resolve that real quick.
Please,
Because when Rook, when you get saved by the hand of Janrik, it's gonna put you all the way across the room, and you're gonna be right next to the wheel. By the way. All right, and then Harrison.
Sweet. I'm going to try to arcane art. Noise. I like its selected effect. So I have
so disappointed.
I have a lot going on here.
What happened to
So
the good old days?
I can choose 2 effects, and I can choose one of those effects to double.
Okay.
Oh.
And hold on. So interestingly enough, I'm going to choose Herald, and I'm going to choose, I guess, D4, and the next time they assist somebody with an aid, they get +2 instead of +1, whatever. But the damage, I can give a total of 3d4 damage, but I'd like to double that, so it'll be 6d4 damage on his next attack, because of all my advanced moves I have.
What?
So I have Vicious Blast, which gives me an extra d4 to damage.
Okay.
And I have Vicious Cacophony, which gives me a d4 to damage. And then if I double that with my Eldritch Cord, I choose 2 effects and choose one of them to double, it gives him 6d4 to damage.
So are you just like whipping out your loot and just like hitting a power chord
Jesus.
for him?
I pull it with the fucking ocarina, dude, like...
Jesus.
Must be like some
Oh, this is gonna be so cool if it works. Okay, so so how much damage was that?
He will get to do 6d4 extra damage on his next attack.
Good God. So pull out the stops, right? And so this thing, like I said, this thing is, it's kind of like, I imagine this thing's like kind of duking it out with Harold the whole time, like bobbing and weaving, and except for the time where it hits Rook. And so then now you're like powering up your magic, like.
You know, like the Goofy Goober scene from like SpongeBob, where it's like wizarding and flying around playing his magical guitar. That's what I'm doing. Have you taken damage yet, though, Harold, or not?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
no.
perfect. So we'll just keep that aid then too. That's just a basic +2, but your damage +6d4 on your next attack, my friend.
All right.
So I have +2 to the roll, and then +6.
Well, you
roll
damage.
And it's not going to attack you because I've drawn its attention by pulling unwanted attention to myself.
Yeah, well, you get +2 if someone successfully assists you with an aid, which I
Yes.
will perform the aid.
Yes.
So you're going to aid?
Yes.
Beautiful. I love it when a plan comes together. So, so give me, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm thinking, basically, because this thing's like big, tall, and all that,
Yeah.
I'm going to hoist Harold up to get him in a better position to come down with a power strike.
All right. And so, roll me an aid, I think.
All right, and this is +1 for Bond.
And don't fail, because otherwise that horn's going to land somewhere uncomfortable.
I expose myself to danger, retribution, or cost, but it gets done.
Done. All right.
He gonna kick you.
The retribution will not happen right now, but it will if you. We'll see how this next thing plays out, right?
All right, so now you have a +2 to hit.
So you pop him up, Harold. I think it's unless Tyrion's got something to do at this moment.
I'm going to hold off and just wait to see what happens here.
All right, cool. So Harold's flying through the air, boosted by Rhino, emblazoned or empowered by Harrison's magic guitar.
Do I just go full like anime protagonist with this shit?
Yeah, man.
Just punch it?
Yeah, do some Aaron Yeager ODM maneuver gear.
Yeah. Fueled by the power and music of Harrison, being hoisted by Aziz, I jump into the air and just like Superman punch this machine
Beautiful.
right in the face.
Hack and slash.
Yes, sir.
Woo!
And
God
I
damn!
activate smash.
God damn! All right, roll the damage.
And you did not even need the 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smash activates.
Oh, smash!
So I will choose
Oh,
to
right.
Destroy the eye just immediately.
Okay, yeah.
And then also damage. So it's fucking 64.
Woo!
Oh, no,
1d10.
That didn't do it.
Well, there's D10.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, just do them separate.
Yeah, I guess. That's 64. Why is that not working?
I don't know.
I'm
What are
sorry
you
for-
typing?
It's like, no, don't do it, please. I'm like, you know how we've been kind to you tonight.
No.
Take mercy.
Worked for me.
Ah, there it is.
Oh.
Yeah, I will take that.
Wait, yeah, why did Tyrion roll it, but you couldn't?
Yeah, I have the damage roll here. It's a D10 and then plus, and then I typed in 6d4.
And it just never came through.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not working.
Curious.
Well, so you fly through the air. You're gonna punch this thing in the eye. So here's what I'm imagining. So Harrison's magic.
Oh.
God damn, yeah.
Oh, God, there it is.
There we go.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah, so regardless, it is this thing's gonna die. So here's what I like to imagine though is that Harrison's magic magic spell actually sort of like permeates the seemingly impenetrable armor of the stone. I think it's gonna like start to crack it. Like it's gonna actually like crack. Like he plays the note, and then it sort of starts to crack the golem up its entire body. And then when you jump up and lift, when you punch, not only do you destroy the eye, but the whole thing just shatters beneath you. And as you fall to the as you fall to the ground, it's just this cascading like raining stone as you like fall down into it and like land on the pile.
Nice.
With the rhino behind
you
you.
didn't need no sword.
Yeah, I just needed a level 7 bard and I'm like running through it. Yeah.
I'm just kind of
No, you guys
standing there at the rhino with my jaw dropped, just like.
I think even I'm a little, well, like, okay, at first I might have been like, wow, but I'm like so full of myself. I'm like.
And then off of the pile, one of the stones like starts to roll down and like lands at your feet, Harrison.
Yeah, I squish it underneath, and I'm like, my work here is done.
I'm walking over to Rook to make sure he's okay in the pile of leaves.
Yeah, those birds flying around.
Little golems.
Little golems.
All right. Well, I'm dropping Rhino and going to check out the wheel.
Yes, it is emblazoned with this rune, and the wheel seems to be a seal of some sort. You kind of get the idea that there's something behind it. Obviously, it's like a big ol' wheel of stone, essentially, sort of upraised off the floor.
I'm gonna try to figure out how to open it.
Okay.
There are runes on it or something? Is it
There's
maybe
one
the
big
line
rune
things
on
up,
it. There might be.
It's not the don't rune, is it?
Do not enter.
The don't go rune.
The don't.
We're not good at interpreting
Trigger.
runes.
Nah, this is the don't leave rune.
So, I don't know if there necessarily is an obvious way to open this. It might be worth Rook's time to take a look at.
Yep.
Or Harrison could also look at it as well. Probably.
Oh,
With
spouting war.
let me see your character sheet real quick.
Don't look at me.
Okay.
Okay, you can look.
Okay.
We can't figure it out and don't want to like do serious damage and want to sleep on it. I have a spell that might help, but I don't have it prepared.
I can yell at it.
I think your your bardic lore might help you here.
My bardic lore, which is choose an area of expertise. I chose spells and magics. When I first encounter an important creature, location, or item covered by bardic lore, you can ask the GM any one question about it, and they will answer truthfully. They may ask what tale, song, or legend I've heard that information in. So, do we just not know what it is, or what question do I need to be asking here? How to activate it, how to get rid of it, what does it stand for, what's
How
the
do we
one
open
question?
it?
Well, it's obviously magic, or is it a mechanism?
I think it's like a
Yeah,
rune,
it's
so it's
obviously
magical.
magic, yeah.
Aziz, did you have any recommendations for a question to ask?
Just how, by what method is this opened?
Okay, yeah, sure. So, like, what method is this opened?
So, so something like this is pretty. It's old as time, right? There's a command word or phrase, specific command word or phrase, usually associated with what's said to be behind it or who's said to have locked it away. There's usually some association there with the word or phrase that will open this up. It's going to respond to a command, essentially.
Okay, much like our fake magical sword we have, it's usually opened by command or phrase. Usually either by the name of the person that set it or whatever it is concealing.
Well, I know the name of the device, right?
Yeah, you have notes
know.
on it. You have notes on it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to pour through the notes.
Okay.
I don't know if this is, you only get like so many tries. So I'm going to do my research
that's
first.
that's the other thing that Harrison knows is that the wrong word will trigger something bad.
The wrong word will trigger some pretty nasty stuff.
The wheel has been locked for 24 hours. Please try again later.
It's so horrible.
I do have a spell that allows me to speak to non-living objects, but I would have to pray for that spell tomorrow.
Non-living objects? What? That's whack.
Yeah. So will this
know,
be
right?
a spout lore roll
Yes. I think this could be a spout lore.
or discern realities?
I think this would be more of a spout lore. And then with the notes, I would give anybody who reads the notes a +1, kind of like a bag of books.
Okay. Well, I guess that's all on me then.
You can do it if you'd like me to. I know my spout lore is like +3.
Yeah, I have nothing.
Yeah, because I could see you're probably like looking at your notes and it's like a college student in a library. You're just like hands in your hair, like what the hell? Nature just does shit for me, so I'll be like, what?
Well-
Let me look with you.
I mean, we'll do your spout lore, but I'll be the one that takes the risk.
Yeah, I'll be like, so here it is. You handle it. It scares me.
This is
I'll-
the answer to the exam. Now go on.
Yeah. I'll use the notes too to give me a +1 if that's okay.
Okay. And
Just in case.
all right.
Never mind. I don't need the notes. Get them notes out of here. I need your stinking notes.
You can't read
that
this crap
shit outta
anyway.
here.
Get that out of here.
Get that out of
What is
here.
this handwriting?
as you start spouting off, as you look through the notes and you start spouting off all sorts of things, but basically it's going to come down to something you notice scrawled into one of the corners of the pages, one of the margins of the pages, and it's going to be just a couple ancient elven symbols, and translated, they are going to spell out a name, and I think the name will be Genevieve.
Genevieve. Ugh. No, I'm kidding. It's not
Yeah.
my death word.
And it's kind of the equivalent. It's kind of the ancient Elvish equivalent of like a little heart with Genevieve written in the center of it.
Oh. This is lewd. Now I'm going to fan myself.
That was some weird mating rituals, I swear.
You can judge all you want. It's called romance. I know it's a big word for you.
I will go to the door and speak the name Genevieve.
And with a mighty clasp, the door will begin to swing open, revealing a sort of a cylinder-shaped inset in the wall, depression in the wall, and within this there are going to be a number of things.
Okay.
A number of items, if you will.
One of which is a severed head.
Of someone you
The
know.
one of which is Genevieve.
Oh, Genevieve! Oh no!
I kind of.
Heart.
There's some cream, there's some tissues.
Oh, ew.
Genevieve's head,
Bad
perfectly
touch.
preserved.
No teeth.
Ew. Bad touch.
Bad action sturge.
We are now a rated R stream.
Hey, I got it on mature. So yeah. So littered throughout are going to be some gems and coins. These coins, well, they're not really coins, I don't think. I think they're just like small trinkets.
Yeah, I'm like coins, and then I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, so small trinkets and gems and like little pieces of jewelry, overall worth 1,000 coins, and
Miss Girl.
This bitch.
Miss
D&D
Genevieve.
After Dark. So yeah, so 1,000 coins worth of stuff in there. There's also going to be a tiara. That it doesn't look like it's like royal or anything, but it looks like it's just very fancy and very nice.
Almost having sold.
It's very simple but elegant, and I don't even think there's any jewels in it, but it's constructed out of like some silver gold metalwork that's absolutely fine and beautiful, and then there will be a wooden box, like a dark wooden box.
Oh, what's in the box?
It's in the box. Yeah, I'm checking out the box.
And as you open the box, you will see, as described in the book, a device, an Ori.
Alrighty.
Scooping up them trinkets.
a mechanical construction of the heavens, and it is moving, and things are aligning.
Ooh, look at this tiara.
No, Harrison.
You don't think it looks good on me?
I don't think it's a tiara, Harrison.
Oh! The horror. I thought it looked good in anything. I'll be the judge of that myself. There's gotta be a mirror around here somewhere, is there?
I think we're meant to glean from it when the date of the ritual is. How much time we have left.
Oh no,
On
there is a tiara, but there's also this construct in the box.
Oh.
Yeah, yes.
I missed that, sorry.
I just imagine Harrison wearing the machine on his head, like tick, 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 tick. Tyrion's like, put that down. Stop.
Not everything is an accessory, Harrison.
I can wear it like a hat.
The fanciest hat I've ever had.
Wow, this one's nice. I've never had to do that before.
So Aziz, you've been studying these notes for a while, and you know exactly what's going on here. You have 2 months.
2 months.
Give or take.
That does not feel like enough time. Do I know if... I assume that basically this thing auto-locks, correct? Like if I were to close this vault door again, it would need the word to reopen it again?
Yeah, Harrison thinks that Harrison can relock it with the passphrase.
Harrison thinks that Harrison can also talk about himself in third person.
I'm sure it wouldn't be the first time.
Harrison is very proud of himself.
And now presenting Harrison. Harrison! I heard Harrison opened for Harrison one time.
Was Harrison disappointed in Harrison's performance?
Harrison is quite upset that the tiara doesn't fit the way it should.
So you have 2 months, and and I'm kind of deciding if I should give it like a solid amount of time, or if I should do sort of an abstract amount of time, and actually just steal the clock mechanic from Blades in the Dark, and just have one of those to going on. So I think I might do that instead. I think I might do a clock instead, like a doomsday clock. Maybe give it 12 pieces.
Cool. End of the world and shit.
And then
Yep.
or maybe
Or
8,
the beginning.
or maybe
One or
8
the other.
pieces. Maybe 8 pieces, and then just be not a dick.
12.
And, like, fill it up every time.
That's a good number.
I think
I like 12.
I think 8 will be good. I think 8 will be good. Yeah.
How about 10 and we split?
Round it up to 12. Pretty roundable up number.
And and then that can be an extra option for me if you guys ever miss again, which isn't looking likely at this point. for a consequence for 6 or below. So
Right. All right. Well, then I want to secure the box again, back in the vault. Basically, close every door on the way out. Maybe use some of their equipment to set up some new traps. If Rook wants to, you know.
Sure.
Because there's the obvious traps they set up that they would know about, but what if there were some extra ones they didn't know about?
Devious.
All right.
And so as you resurface from the ruins, do you camp here tonight?
No.
Where do you go?
I think we should head towards Happy Tree, but I kind of get the feeling the ruins are being watched, so I don't want to sit here in the exposed areas.
You don't want your areas exposed?
I do not.
Somewhere off in the woods, maybe?
Yeah, you probably just camp somewhere off in the woods
Okay.
and head, I guess, toward Happy Tree.
Yeah.
And as you guys get a moment to camp and you get a moment to take everything in, what are your characters' feelings at this point, as far as the where you are now and what comes next, and
well, Aziz has a sense of confidence, you know, but confident that he's on the right path, yet anxious that 2-ish months is really not a lot of time. I mean, there's still so much to be done, so much to be discovered. We still got 4 animals to hunt down, and then to get to the ritual area. Yeah, it's.
I think we're all pretty overwhelmed.
I think I'm also quite confused. Overall, just like I knew that Magic Blade, like I've heard from it from song, and I was definitely like able to identify, like, oh yeah, that's totally the song, or this is the blade from that song. And
Right.
then it wasn't. So like I'm like confused about that. I was confused, you know, why Homeboy has my mentor's spell book. Just there's a lot going on for Harrison, like just like he's just trying to piece everything together. He's not sure how all the puzzle pieces fit, and maybe they don't right now, but at some point it'll all come together, but right now I guess he's kind of clueless and a little confused.
very nice.
Tyrion is concerned and just in thought about how all of the puzzle pieces have shifted, because he's not sure if the Crimson Blades were there to attack the orcs, because supposedly that's what was going to happen, or if Stefan has now allied himself with Tum Tum and the orcs, and is starting to realize how formidable Tum Tum is,
Yeah.
and is also wondering exactly what's going on with the sword, because in his experience, nothing should have been able to do, certainly not just a particularly strong orc, shouldn't have been able to just snap the magic sword like that.
Yeah.
He's wondering exactly what kind of magic powers Tum Tum has. Maybe he like siphoned the magic out of the sword using something from the spell book and into something else, or
Yeah, I don't know. It just seemed crazy because everything was super hype about this sword, and then Homeboy broke it, and it was like, okay, well, what the fuck? What happened here? So yeah, just like a lot of questions still, if not more.
I think Harold is greatly frustrated. Almost ever since he came back, that in many things, mostly that we haven't really been able to get anything out of, a lot of the effort we put in, and just by seeing today, he relies so heavily on his comrades, and he himself doesn't seem to be as useful, so to speak, as he thought that he might have been when he came back. I think he might believe it was a mistake to send him back and not someone else. I think he might doubt himself.
Interesting.
And as a player, John knows that I'm really frustrated about something, but I can't speak about it.
And do you express that? Do you express those thoughts like to the group, or are you just kind of like mulling it over silently, like watching the fire?
Oh, he's silent about it.
Okay.
I think
okay.
He's not the best at lying, so I think people, if they pay attention, he'll probably look very distressed, or like concerned.
Yeah, Rook is conflicted. Usually by now, Rook would have already packed his shit and went his own way. He's just wondering what he's sticking around for. But it's obviously his comrades. But...
And there's no one to steal from if everybody's dead.
That's true.
Yeah, who do you rob if the world has ended?
And these are the things that we are left wondering about as we sort of pan around the fire, and we lift up and we see the night sky, and maybe we see the planets in the distance slowly sort of forming into their alignment. All right, so that's that. That's another wonderful session of Dungeon World down. Let's go ahead and do some outros and do a raid, and then we'll call it a night. Yes, stick around for the raid. So thank you so much to everybody who hung out. We appreciate it. We're so happy to have More Cake and the Plaster Dragon playing with us. We love every game. Now, Plaster, you have a channel. Would you like to rep it out?
Sure. Twitch.tv/plasterdragon. We are an Extra Life charity channel. And when I'm not hanging there, I pop by here. That's basically my two homes these days. This Saturday, I think we're back at Business in Black Ridge, which is our superhero game featuring Action Sturge himself as kind of a night owl character. And I play kind of a Sam Winchester character. And then Icky V's fiance plays kind of a Spawn character. And somehow the three of us are a superhero team, and it's very weird. Yeah, somehow the three of us are a team. Don't ask me how. But
we complement
so
each
look for
other's
us
skills.
this Saturday. That's right. Look for us this Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, which I should be able to attend now that I have Saturdays off. So
Woohoo!
I know, no more. It's amazing. It's like a superpower. And More Cake, I don't know. Did you?
Maddie also has Saturday afternoons off now too, because banks aren't open at 3
Oh,
on Saturday.
that's true.
Everything.
That is true. And More Cake, did you have anything you wanted to wrap?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay, cool. But upcoming, yeah, soon, right?
Upcoming?
Yeah, yeah. And
TBD.
but thank you both. Thank you both for being here and hanging out. Thank you to everybody who stayed and watched, and of course, thank you Deacon Smith, Terry, and Fork Puff. You're all
And
amazing.
all the people the subs. What was that one guy's name?
Alvaron RPG with the community subs. Yes. And I see we're inching ever closer to our PvP open the arena, so that could even happen. That could happen pretty soon. Yep, and then of course don't forget dndwild.com. Check them out. Go use our code theactionsturge at checkout and get 10% off of some metal color changing dice. And let's. Oh, my raid button's not working, so I got to do it the old-fashioned way.
John just leaves and actually goes raiding.
He's like, oh,
You see him. Gotta do it the old-fashioned way. He walks out in the background,
Yeah,
picks
he's-
up an axe, and just walks out the door.
What? How much respect would I get for that?
Oh,
Plus 10
tons.
street credit.
That'd be amazing.
Well, I only see level 1 geek and Predator's Rejects. And Brisgay.
Yeah, let's go say hey to 20 sides to every story. Let's go say that.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go
Oh,
see
yeah.
that.
let's go.
Alright, so let me put them in. I gotta do it the old-fashioned way. I just went from the touch of a button. I was so spoiled. Alright, we're gonna start the raid. You get some extra points. You can spend those points next week at our dungeon crawler. And everybody have a good night. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I don't know what this is.